Hello and welcome to the lecture series on Urban Transportation Planning 17 CV 751 Module 2. So in this session we are going to be discussing about roadside interview technique, formats going to be used for roadside interview technique, some review questions and references. Moving on to the topic roadside interview. So roadside interview survey is one of the method for carrying out the screen line or cordon survey. It means the survey which is going to be carried out along the roadside for a cordon which is going to be considered, or otherwise the screen line, that is the zoning is being concerned for the study purpose. So that method is going to be called as roadside interview method. So the roadside interview method may be of two types. One is direct and second one is going to be called as an indirect method. So in the direct method of roadside interview, the survey is directly carried out, or the questionnaires are going to be put to the driver or the road user from an interviewer along the corridor. So that is direct method. Or if you have a questionnaires, it is going to be printed on a postal card. So those cards are going to be given for the samples of a driver. So that method is going to be called as indirect method of road interview survey. It means so directly we can conduct on the roadside along the screen lining or the cordon. So that is a direct method. So if it is not possible, so we can gather the information for the data collection by posting the same questionnaires to in postal cards, that is in indirect methods. So as I said it, so it is going to be a roadside interview. So depending upon the carriageway and the traffic, so for dual carriageway, or if the road is having a less volume of a traffic, so in that cases roadside interview can be done on the both direction simultaneously. It means both in up direction and downward direction the survey is going to be conducted, and it is going to be interviewed along both up and down direction if we are having a dual carriageway less volume of data. So in other case, if we are going to be having two directional traffic, so it is going to be not a divided one. So we are going to be conducting the interview at a staggered time period to get the data. It may be necessary to vary the sampling rate according to the traffic flow for different parts of the day. It means it is not going to be fixed, so we can have any convenient method for choosing of a sampling rating. So it's not going to be fixed, or one can have a fixed rating for every one vehicle among the 10 or 15 vehicle. For one vehicle has to be sampled, or otherwise depending upon the traffic flow rating, so it's going to be one vehicle is going to be surveyed for 20 number of vehicles. So or otherwise, so we can have a continuous traffic volume count along with the what we say the roadside interview to get back the sampling rating. So another simple method is going to be, or otherwise it is not going to be fixed 1 in 10 or 1 in 15 or 1 in 20. So if the questionnaire is going to be over, so we can get back to the next road user to have the interview to be completed. So it means it is randomly we can choose the what we say the road user to get back the information to the questionnaires. Since interview is going to be lasting for several minutes, because we are going to be put a question, so we have to get the answers, so it is going to be a little bit time consuming. So it is not necessary to have a continuous vehicles to be stopped, so it is going to be hamper our what we say steady rating, or otherwise the queue is going to be interrupting the traffic. So we should not interrupt, so that we are going to be put some warning signs before starting our what you say the study area, or otherwise the interview zone is going to be concerned. Suppose if it is going to be more traffic, so we have to put some warning signs in advance, so that we are going to be having diversions, and also we need to put some traffic cone for traffic laning in order to avoid what is going to be called the opposite vehicles to be streamlined. So if we want more, say traffic is more, we can have police persons to be deputed all along with the warning signs and also traffic cones. Moving on to the next point, in addition to that, at least one interviewer at each of the service station, an observer is to be posted to record the traffic flow concurrently. So as I explained in the previous thing, so simultaneously, depending upon the roadside interview and traffic flow, simultaneously we need to have traffic counting and also the interviewer. So depending upon the traffic flow, number of interviewer has to be posted along with the observer for the traffic counting. So the period of duration for this type of what we say the roadside interview is also going to be important, and it's going to be carefully what we say decided, because it's not going to be conducted throughout 24 hours of a clocking, because it is going to be time consuming, more laborious, and it's going to be interrupt the topic. So we can restrict to only a part of timing within a day. So it may be 12 hours, so may going to be start from 6 to 6 or otherwise 16 hours. So depending upon the what we say the rate of flow of a traffic, so and what we say a number of observers, traffic lane is being concerned, so depending upon which we can suitably decide what we say the time period for the sample collection. So usually minimum of 12 hours, that is from morning 6 to 6, so usually we can get the morning peak and evening peak. So it's going to be more comfortable to have 12 hours or otherwise, so if you want more data, so we can restrict to 16 hours, so that all the questionnaires are going to be so framed, so within the allowable timing of the stoppages, so it can get filled up by the interviewer comfortably. So as this method is going to be give accurate result and reliable data, but it is also going to be having some disadvantage. So only disadvantage is it is going to be getting delay or traffic jam is going to be occurring if what we say traffic is going to be more. Hence this method is going to give more accurate result than other methods. So in this roadside interview, so we are going to be having some schematic diagram how the roadside interview is going to be started. Say for example, if it is going to be the width of carriageway, so warning sign is going to be put, so it is going to be a stop ahead. It means if the vehicle is going to be approaching to what is going to be called as for the interview zone is going to be there, so before that only we need to put the warning sign, that is stop ahead. It means when it is going to be coming approach to a study area, it should halt or with lesser speed. So next we need to have thanks and proceeding sign, so proceed sign has to be put after our study area. Similarly, if you are going to be having two-way traffic, same warning sign has to be put on the other end. Also if you want to have conduct roadside interview along the up direction and down direction, so one more warning sign has to be put and proceed sign. So along this one, so these rounds or circles indicates the traffic cone, so that it is not going to be hamper our study area. So always try to take care that, so we need to stagger what is say the what is survey points, so that both the direction traffic should not get disturbed. So likewise we need to conduct what is going to call for narrow road. If it is going to be a narrow road, then it is going to be the pattern of traffic cone to be put it on the exactly center line, so that we can have directional distribution of the traffic. Suppose if the interview is to be done for two lane, the sample for a traffic interview for the both the direction has to be carried out. So it can be staggered or depending upon what we say uh, flow of a traffic has been concerned. So once again the same thing. So we can have sample to be interviewed. So we are going to be put some what is going to be uh, drive with extra care, that is sample what we say a sample is going to be collected. So in that direction advanced signing is to be put. Same way traffic wants to be put it on the other side. Next one, the traffic survey, that is stop and proceed signs to be put on the other direction, so that it is going to be more comfortable if you are going to be having on the two lane uh, interview is going to be concerned. It is means both the direction traffic is going to be moving. Similarly, if you want to have what is going to be say in both the direction travel is going to be there in the road network, so try to put the policeman here, so that on the either end they will control the traffic, and they going to give stop and proceed till we are going to be completing our survey. So this line is going to be get separated from the main lane of traffic, so that whatever the questionnaires we are going to be put in the survey, it is to be within the stipulated time we need to get interview, so without hampering the traffic flow in the direction. So this is very much important, because before starting our what we say the study area, we should come to slower rate for the approaching towards our study area. So this is the point, or this is how the what we say method we have been adopting for getting the roadside interview and the detailing with respect to questionnaires. So we know how exactly the survey to be conducted in the field for single lane, or for the dual carriageway, or the both the direction traffic, or the narrow lane trafficking. So that is important. So moving on to the next one is a format where we are going to be using roadside interview technique. So in this format we are going to be starting with the day and the date. It means in which day we are been uh, conducting the survey, a date, then the weather condition, is it a wet and a dry. So this is a separate counting station we have been made, say yes or no. Then the site, that is a location, so we can incorporate the changes or any other parameter site informations to be written here. Direction, it may be up direction or the downward direction, so direction of a traffic movement has to be entered correctly. So next one is recorded by, that is the interviewer name. So is it been interviewed by the private or a bus or a goods. Next one, the sample rating, the sheet number he has been using, and the number of total number of buses or goods he has been interviewed. So he need to sum up and he need to enter in the total column. So next is going to be, for every half an hour we are going to be starting the counting station. So we need to enter the vehicle type. So type of a vehicle, it may be which type of a vehicle, is it a bus, or it may be a goods vehicle, or whatever the type of a vehicle, so we can enter it here. So to enter this vehicle category, so we are been giving a numbering system. So 0 represents a motorcycle, that may be two-wheeler. Suppose if you are interviewed for the two-wheeler, so in the first half an hour, say for example it's the morning 6 o'clock, so in the morning 6 o'clock the first vehicle if you are going to be started interviewing, so we need to have a two-wheeler, so then the vehicle type is going to be 0 here. So how much number of occupant, so depending upon the occupant rate we can write the numbers here. Similarly, where is going to be the destination point or the last stop, so we can write it here. Suppose in case of a bus, so it's going to be say 7, that is a vehicle category 7. So how many number of occupant depending upon the size of the bus or the seating capacity. So next, the destination point. So likewise, so we need to enter where is going to be the next stop, then last land use, that is where the land is going to be used, that is previous point of our the network has been concerned. So next land use, it means next point where is going to be moving. So trip purpose, so trip purpose depending upon uh, trip making purpose, so we can enter here. Say here also we are been having same numbering system. Suppose if a two-wheeler, the person is going to be moving from our study area from point A to point B, so the vehicle type is going to be 0, number of occupant maybe 1 or 2, last stop is the destination, next stop, so we are going to be put where is going to be the next stop. So if there is no next stop, we can write it nil. Moving on to the next land use type. So here is a land use type. So whether is going to be started is journey from residential area, write it as a 1. So if it's going to be for schooling or the college, can write the code as a 2. So likewise, next is going to be depending upon the trip purpose, is going for a work or from is returning from work to home or from others to home, shopping, like this. So we need to have the trip purposes also. So we are going to be giving both for the vehicle type, trip purpose, we are going to be giving the numbers. Similarly for the land use also, we are going to be giving the numbers starting from 0 to 9. Say for example, if it is going to be a commercial vehicle, so how we are going to be enter the data? So vehicle type is going to be 5. So number of occupant, here there is no occupant pictures is going to be there, always the driver might be a cleaner may be there. So write the number of occupants here. Last stop, depending upon the driver's answer, we can write it here. And land use, so for the commercial, whether the motive of the land is going to be starting from residential, obviously it is not there. So it may be going for the shopping or from the industrial or for what you say for any other transport facilities has been concerned. Try to enter corresponding column. Next is going to be the trip purpose, that is going to be, it might be a business one or it may be for serving the passenger. So obviously serving the passenger is going to be entered by for the buses has been concerned. So likewise, for every set of a data, these numbers is going to give a complete picture, frequency, and also the compositions of a vehicle moving on our study area. It means if you are going to be entering a 0 in the vehicle category, so if you count it, how many number of a motorcycle it is been moving on our study area. So same thing in the classified volume count, one more observer is going to be taking care the composition. So ultimately we can give the percentage of a sampling rate by conducting roadside interview. So this is going to be the best method, because in the roadside, depending upon the what we say the information required, just write the numbers depending upon the origin and destination and trip purpose or the trip motive has been concerned. So apart from this, we can have some additional question. So these questions are going to be so much stipulated depending upon the what we say plan to be concerned for our objective. So depending upon that, we can have some additional questions also. So in this session, we have learnt about roadside interview, the advantages, then disadvantage of a roadside interview, along with the format and the line diagram showing the survey to be conducted for a roadside interview in our study area. For better understanding, we can take up some review question. So first one, in roadside interview method, the questionnaires can be directly interviewed to the driver or through postcard. The statement is correct or the statement is wrong. Obviously the statement is correct, because the roadside interview can be done both directly and indirectly. So that is directly to the field by asking the question by the interviewer to the driver, or printed questionnaire through the postcard, that is indirect method. Hence the statement is been found to be correct. Moving on to the next question, that is the roadside interview method is also a method of cordon survey. So depending upon the question, so whether the what we say the cordon survey roadside interview method can be adopted. Yes, true. Next one, a 24 hours duration roadside interview is to be conducted as a part of survey. Answer is true or false. So according to previous statement what we have been made, so 24 hours of surveying is not required, it may be 12 hours or otherwise 16 hours depending upon the data to be collected. Hence the 24 hours is not going to be a duration, hence the statement might be false. Moving on to the next question, the roadside interview technique causes delay for the traffic. Option A true and option B false. So as per the statement of the question. So it is true because roadside interview is always going to cause some amount of delay for the movement of traffic. So next question. In case of two direction traffic flow, the interview is conducted at different timings. So answers true or false. So according to the statement of the question, in case of two directional traffic flow, interview is conducted at different timing, that is a staggered timing interval. Yes, it is a true. So these are the answers for the review questions has been concerned. So for this session, we are refer Kadiyali LR Traffic Engineering and Transportation Planning, Kanna Publishers. Thank you.